Yes, good evening.
Uh, so I am Mike Tony. I am an chorus singer. This is my first time I am attending as a fresher in SSB.
All
I
right.
am applied for the SU entry. Sir.
SEO entry. Okay. So
Yeah.
when is your SSB?
The date hasn't yet been issued.
Date
We are
hasn't
just
been issued.
preparing almost this month last week or the next first week of the next month.
Okay. So
Either of the both.
under 1 month you're having. So when did you came to Mahu? When did you get posted here?
So I am not posted here. Sir. I am now undergoing a course called JE.
Okay. So you
I am
also have
pursuing
came for
JE.
the course. Okay. Okay.
Right, sir.
All right. All right. That's good. So
So
yeah, thank you so much, Tony, for joining. We'll be starting in 2 minutes. Meanwhile,
thank you, sir.
we are having just a quick introduction.
Right, sir.
All right. Anyone else would like to go ahead?
Good evening, sir. I am Jayakrishan JP. I am also a service candidate uh, trying for SEO entry. This is my fifth attempt, sir. Previously, three SEC and one SEO attempt,
All right.
and I am presently at Mouse, sir.
Okay. So you are also came for the course, or you
No,
have
I
joined?
am posted at Mo, and
Okay.
also I am
Okay.
attending the course.
Okay.
I
All
am
right.
here from 2022.
2022. Okay. All right. So
Yes.
in your five SSB attempts, how many conferences, how many screen outs?
Four attempts, three conferences and one screen out.
Okay. And what was the result of your last attempt?
Conference out. Actually, in
Conference.
SEO and TCSL, there is no screening in. Only SEC there is
Oh,
screening, but in SEO and TCSL, there is no screening. You can
all
go
right.
till conference.
Okay. Understood. And where was your last SSB?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Okay. Understood. Okay. That's good. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, stay connected. Then we will be discussing. Anyone else would like to go ahead, or are we good to start? Okay, so I can see most of the people have joined. So let's start with the quick introduction of who we are, what is Guts and Glory Defense, how it all started, and how exactly will be your journey throughout with us for the 21 days. Now am I like I'm saying 21 days, but it will not be definitely 21 days. Whosoever has become the part of Guts and Glory family has been there till he or she got recommended. So that's how we are. Now talking about Guts and Glory, so you all must be knowing General Dattar, and back then, like 10 years before 2015, 16, uh, Apurva Di and I, we also were students, aspirants, candidates like you all, and we started, going to Dattar sir's place. He used to guide every Monday and Tuesday, 5 to 5:30 p.m. in the evening. We used to have the sessions. Now, I was also, of a similar level. In my first two attempts, I got screen out. Third attempt, I got screen in. Total, I have given 14 attempts, two recommendations and 10 conferences in total. Now, similarly, Apurva, she has also been through SSB. She has cleared examinations, written examinations as well. The purpose of founding Guts and Glory Defense was to again serve the purpose, the mission to send more and more candidates to the Indian Armed Forces. So it is the vision of General Dattar and Apurva Di and I. We are just carry forwarding it under the guidance of General Dattar. Now here in Guts and Glory, we started back then, I believe 2 years before, but officially if I say we started last year. Last Kargil Vijay Divas, we had our first workshop, just like last workshop, and then we started with the batches. Now, since because of the commute issues, we have people joining from all across India. We decided to keep it online. After the COVID, the facilities and the infrastructure is such that we can afford classes online. Yes, the psychology, personal interviews. However, the personal interviews are still taken by General Dattar himself at his place, and that's how we conduct the overall procedure. Now, the purpose, as I said, is to send more and more candidates to the defense forces. Army, Navy, and Air Force. So the monetary purpose was never in there. But yes, just to sustain the operations, we have charged minimum from all the candidates, and that's how we keep ourselves going. Talking about myself, so I am Alok Kumar Mishra, and I am proudly a student of Datar sir. I have done my BTech in mechanical engineering. I'm having 5+ years of experience in corporate, working as a software developer in India's biggest company, TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. After that, I am currently working in Heguru, which is an Australian company, and it's also into a domain of edtech. Talking about my journey in SSB, so I also started when I completed my class 10th, and after that I started preparing for NDA. Then I started preparing for SSB. I have given total 14 SSBs, right from NDA to TES, SSC Tech, TGC, AFCAT, NDA. So like you just name the SSBs, and I have been to the board. All in all, 14 SSBs. After that as well, I had attempts, but then I got what I wanted. So I got recommended. I have got recommended from 34 SSB Allahabad, and I was All India rank 29 in there. I have also cleared examinations like AFCAT, CDS, NDA. Even I have cleared the CAPF. Now, the reason which I could not wear the uniform is the medicals. So you can see I'm having spectacles. The power is more than the expectation, and I cannot go for LASIK because of the corneal thickness. My corneal thickness is not up to the mark, and that's how my journey ended there. So it actually took me time to suffice myself that okay, your journey ends here, but I could never get over it. To be very honest, I always had the dream of joining the uniform. My upbringing has been into Mahu, and Mahu is the mecca for Indian Army. Three academies: infantry school, MCT, Army War College. So I have seen the uniform. I have seen people, through my childhood, and so it was really very difficult. And since we were in touch with the Tarsar consistently throughout since 2015-16, then we decided that we should give back what we have earned in those 10-11 years, and that's how Guts and Glory Defense started. So that's about me. I also have Apurva Di. So she has been the backbone of Guts and Glory since it started. She is also the student of the Tarsar, and she has also cleared examinations. She has been through the SSBs. She has also given civil services examinations, and here she handles the complete operations and management in Guts and Glory Defense. We are a small group. We are a small team. Of 4 people, and we take pride in saying that we are here not to earn money, not to monetize this platform, but to serve the people who are actually wanting to go to defense, who are actually wanting to become officers in the Indian Armed Forces. Like Vishnu, Tony, Jay Krishnan, you all are there in the army already. So you must be knowing that of lately the quality of officers in Indian Army has deteriorated somehow. The officers in which you have served, under which you have served, somehow that motivation, somehow that empathy, somehow that purpose uh, is getting lost. And that's how we try to keep it. So during your journey of SSB with Guts and Glory and after, we will not just be training you for SSB. We will also be guiding you. We will also be, instigating those moral values, which will help you in becoming a better human being and also an officer in the Indian Army. So, becoming an officer in Indian Army, the most important motto which we follow, Mansa, Vacha, and Karmana. So, what your mind thinks, what your mouth speaks, and what your body does has to be in alignment. And that alignment we help you to identify. So, you must have heard that question, do you have it in you? We strongly believe that everyone has it in him or her. It is just that you need to realize that yes, you are also capable of becoming an officer. I got recommended in my 12th attempt. So it took me 11 attempts to realize that yes, I have it in me. Now, in my journey of those first 11 attempts, I learned what to do, but more important than that, I learned what not to do, which I was able to replicate in my 12th attempt and got recommended. So, here in Guts and Glory, we guide you about what to do, but more important than that, we tell you what not to do in SSB. That will certainly help you to get recommended. So that's about us in brief. Now, since it's our day one, I would quickly request everyone to just unmute yourself, and if you can switch on the camera for a minute, please switch on the camera. Keep the session interactive and quickly introduce yourself. Tell us about your name, where you are coming from. Are you a student, working professional, or in forces already? Which SSB you are going for, and when will be your SSB? I would start from Apurva ma'am. Apurva ma'am, you can quickly introduce yourself in front of the candidates, and then we will continue the introduction part. And after that, we will start with the session.
Okay, hello and good evening to everyone. My name is Apurva, and as Alok has already given a brief introduction of me, I generally interact with all the students, and I hope all of you have interacted with me at least once. And yes, I have gone through this procedure, so I understand very well, how to, face the failures and then get to the victory. So I have received success, while giving this examination, and eventually, just like Alok, I could not get over this entire process. And when I exhausted my attempts, I diverted the entire SSB preparation towards civil services preparation. And I feel very confident about even clearing that exam as well. Because my base is already formed. So after giving SSB interview, I in my life have been never nervous or worried about any other interview. So this is something which has helped me immensely in changing my own persona, because the issues which I see in students, whether it is lack of confidence or some pre-assumptions, I also faced that when I met General Datar, but he has entirely changed my mindset, and now I am very happy to share the same with other students. So one thing, two things I can guarantee you with sessions. When you are interacting with us, one thing, you will never get screened out, and second thing, you will you face a different mindset after these sessions. Whatever negativity or pre-assumptions which you have, you will not be facing it anymore. And other than that, we are happy to share and our wisdom. And as Alok has already mentioned, that it is not just about getting recommended, but it is about good people getting recommended. uh, it should not be the case with our students that any your batchmates in SSB says about you that they were not worth it and still they got recommended. Because we hear such stories nowadays often from other candidates, that not so good candidate also getting recommended, which is a thing of worry for us, because it is a loss to the Indian Armed Forces. So it is not just about becoming an officer, but it is about becoming a good officer and a worthy officer in the Indian Armed Forces. So we'll be happy to share all the wisdom and knowledge we have gained through our preparations, and we'll be very happy to share all of this with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Apurva ma'am. Now, I would request everyone to quickly introduce yourself in 1 minute. Okay, just your name, where you are coming from, which particular entry you are preparing for, when is your SSB. Okay, uh, since we had the discussion with Tony, Krishnan, and Vishnu already, they can go in last. Uh, we can start with, let me take a name. Okay, so start with Tejas. Yeah, Tejas, you can quickly unmute yourself and give a quick introduction. Tejas, if you are here. Okay, no worries. Kritika, if you can go ahead. Okay, I believe. Yeah, Kritika, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Sir, I'm Kritika Singh Herwar from Satna, Madhya Pradesh. I recently did my graduation from AKS University, Satna. I'm preparing for NCC special entry. This is going to be my first attempt. I haven't filled up the form yet.
All
And
right.
I'm currently pursuing MA Economics from Manipal University and B.Ed in regular mode.
All right. So you are preparing for your NCC special entry, right?
Hello, can you repeat? You were not audible.
Yeah, yeah. I was asking that you are preparing for your NCC special entry, right, Kritika?
Yes, sir. I'm
All
preparing
right.
for NCC special entry.
Okay. All right. Then, Gavish, please go ahead.
Jai Hind everyone, Jai Hind sir.
Jain.
So I come from Kathua district from Jammu and Kashmir.
Hmm.
So I have done my BTech in Electronics and Communication from IIT Jammu, and I have been working professional for 3 years and recent in Deloitte, Gurgaon, Haryana. And I recently have resigned my job for the preparation of SSBs. So currently I am preparing for the TGC entry from
All
SSB
right.
Allahabad, which is on 24th of September.
24th of September. All right. So you have around 2 months to prepare,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a good time to prepare. We'll be guiding you throughout that how you can actually clear it.
Yes.
Okay. I can see a name Aman. Yeah, please go ahead, Aman. If you can quickly introduce yourself. Yes, I can see your unmute. If you can quickly introduce yourself.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. My name is Aman. I am from Agra. I am a recent BTech graduate from Electronics and Communication, and I am preparing for the SSC Tech 68, and I have a screen out
Mhm.
from SSC Tech 67 from for SSB Allahabad.
All right. Thank you, Aman. Thank you for joining. I can see someone with the name Vivo V2060. If you can quickly unmute yourself, and also please change the name so that will be easy. Okay. Akshara, if you can please go ahead, quickly introduce yourself.
Jai Hind, sir. I'm Akshara Soni. I'm from Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Mhm.
I'm currently studying in Bangalore. I'm a third year law student, BLLB honors I'm pursuing, and also I'm a third year NCC Naval Wing student.
All right.
And my ultimate goal is judiciary, but yes, like I'm in defense or like NCC Naval Wing. So some
Mhm.
or the other way, like I am motivated towards the defense also. So
All
if
right.
I'll get some knowledge, so I'll see further what I can do in this. That's why I've
Understood.
joined these classes.
So as of now, do you have any upcoming SSBs or no?
Hello. So you
Yes.
were not audible.
Yeah, I am saying that do you have any upcoming SSB as of now or no?
I'm planning for next year, maybe.
Planning for next year. All right. So you
Yes.
have a good time then. Since you are into law, then you have your JAG entry.
Yes.
You can also go for NCC special entries, and maybe if you can prepare for examinations like CDS if you're eligible.
Yes. Sir.
Uh, so yeah, that will also be there.
Yeah.
But
Like
mhm.
like regarding that knowledge only I want from these
Okay,
classes.
understood. Yes, so definitely we will be guiding you about SSB, and for the written part also, whenever we do some sessions, it will be notified in the group or in the application. You can get it from there.
Yes. Thank
Yeah, okay,
you.
thank you. So Krishnan has already introduced himself. Manish, if you can quickly unmute yourself.
Jain sir,
James,
Jain
yes.
everyone. I am Manish Hardwar. I have done my graduation in political science honors, and I have my SSB for CDS OT entry.
All right. When is your SSB?
Sir, dates haven't released yet.
Okay, so the dates are not out. All right, that's fine. Thank you, Manish. Tony has introduced, Vishnu has introduced, Prateek has introduced. All right, so we are all good. Now, this introduction was important since for the next 21 days, we will be meeting daily. So we should be knowing ourselves, really well, because when you will go to SSB, your group, your batch will be your people for throughout 5 days. So it's very important to know your people. It's very important to gel up. It's very important that you should be comfortable with them, so that whenever there will be any assessment, whether it's GTO tasks, whether it's psychology, in which you will be thinking about them and writing, you should be able to do. You should not be feeling pressurized, right? So get yourself comfortable, because for the next 21 days these people will be joining daily and they will be your peers. Okay, all right. Now, since this is the introductory session, please keep a pen and paper ready and keep writing down your questions, whatever questions you are having. It could be as basic as what is the full form of SSB, and it could be as technical as how to clear the SSB. Okay, whatever would be the questions, we will be answering. So let me quickly share my screen and let's start. Okay, let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I can see all of you and let's start. Perfect. So now the first thing which I always wanted to explain, SSB, what exactly is SSB? Why is SSB a 5 days procedure, whereas interviews throughout the country, be it any examination as tough as civil services, is only for an hour or two, right? So SSB Services Selection Board's interview is not just a basic interview, it's a overall assessment of a candidate to check whether he or she is a fit for Indian Armed Forces or not. So now whenever we judge the parameters, the assessors judge the parameters, they actually do it in three ways: mind, body, and action. So that's what we call it as Mansa, Vacha, and Karma. How you think, what you think, okay? Then how you speak, what you speak, and how you do what you do. That's what they wanted to check. And during the course of SSB, they just check these things only. So screening, screening is a procedure which was added because there were lot many candidates reporting to the SSBs, and that's how they had to introduce the OIR and PPDT. However, if we talk about the thorough SSB procedure, that has only three tests, which is your psychology test, followed by personal interview, which is followed by GTO task. Okay. Now, here in Guts and Glory, you will be there with us for 21 days, in which we will be discussing, we will be learning the techniques of every task, right from your TAT, then to your final group task or lecture. We will be discussing every detail, every task, and I will be telling you what to do. But more important than that, what not to do, so that you will not be a red flag, so that the assessor will not identify you as not a deserving candidate. So there are so many things which we need to take care. During our course of 21 days, there will be so many myths which we will be breaking for you. Many people say that, okay, always be optimistic, always write a positive story. But yes, there are so many scenarios in which you people are misguided, and that's how our responsibility is to guide you properly, to guide you what is correct. So in the 21 days, we will be discussing about screening. In screening, as you might be knowing, we have OIR followed by PPDT and group discussion on the same. Then we will be discussing about psychology, GTO, and interview preparation. Interview definitely is the most important part, because interview is taken by generally the president or deputy president of the board. So if you are a good candidate in interview, there are high chances that you will be recommended. That's why the interview Preparation part we will be taking care in these sessions, but your real interview will be conducted by General Datar himself at his place. Then we will also be telling you about the personalized feedback, the individual feedback for every candidate, and we will also be testing you in the real simulation. So there will be, once you will be prepared, there will be real simulation test for psychology, there will be real simulation test for GTO, and there will be real simulation test for interview as well. Then the most important part is how you tested in SSB. So you are getting tested in SSB based on your OLQs. So we will also learn what are OLQs, how to develop OLQs, but more important than that, how to realize OLQs. So we all have officer-like qualities in ourselves. It is just that we need to realize that what all qualities do we have and what all qualities we can implement and improve. Then even after the 21 days when this batch will be over, you will still be part of the Guts and Glory family, and we will not be charging you any more fees for any other sessions in which you will be joining. Till the time you get recommended, you will be getting constant mentorship and guidance, whether it's about mock interview by General Vitar or any psych session from me or Apurva ma'am or any GTO sessions. Everything will be taken care and there will be no extra charges. Then whatever would be the workshops held in future, definitely you will be part of the same. And we also have a content team. So content team keeps on preparing the content related to daily current affairs quiz, daily general studies quiz, English vocabulary, which is very important whether it's SSB or written. There is this topic of the day, which is like based on those you get your lecturate. So everything will be provided to you in the group or in application. You just need to show consistency. You just need to show determination. Rest we will be taking care of. Now, what is our purpose? So the first important purpose which we have is the personality. We work on personality development, and that personality brings your performance. So there is this 3P involved in the overall SSB process. First is your personality. Your personality brings performance. If your personality is good, definitely your performance will speak about it. And when your will speak about it, you need not mention that I am a hardworking, determined, and etc. candidate. Your actions will reflect. And when your personality meet with performance, that will actually help you in progress and getting recommended. And there are so many daily life activities which you can do, which will help you in improving your personality. Then secondly, which is the idea of General Vitar, that is character. So an officer has to be very high on character. If you are a person with good character, definitely you will be having high morale. Through your daily routine and activities, how can you actually develop? That's what we will be discussing. Then comes the self improvement or self introspection. So as I say, I have given 14 attempts. In every attempt I improved something. Finally it helped me in getting recommended. So that self introspection part is very important, and with the help of exercises which we have designed, we will actually take out the real personality from you, and that is going to stay with you in your SSBs. Now, talking about the SSB process. So, anyone, just unmute yourself and tell me, anyone who is having, let's say, zero idea about SSB. Anyone?
Sorry to disrupt. I
Yes.
think one candidate is trying to join.
Is it? Let me check.
Yes, please admit him.
Karan. Yeah, I can see. Just give me a second. Yes, meanwhile, anyone, please raise your hand or please unmute and tell me, do you have, is there anyone who is having no idea?
Yes.
Okay, I can see one hand raised, Tony. Yes, Tony, please go ahead. You are having no idea about SSB, right?
No, sir, I am a fresher.
Give me a second.
I have
Okay,
just normal ideas about which has been guided by my friends. That's it. No
understood.
detailed ideas.
Okay. Firstly, clear this thing for everyone. SSB Services Selection Board is a sort of a scientific assessment criteria in which Indian Armed Forces, including Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard, conduct some series of tests to assess the candidate and to see whether the candidate is a fit for Indian Armed Forces or not. Okay. Now, when we say fit, there are so many characters, there are so many criteria, there are so many parameters on which the candidate is tested. That's why SSB is one of the toughest, I would say, interviews throughout the world, and the selection criteria or selection percentage is even below 1%. You know. Now, in SSB, there are total three important assessments or tasks happens, but because of the large volume of candidates, soon as you fill your form for the SSB, you start working on your documentation, which is again a very important criteria because candidates do get document out as well. Once you are documented in, after reporting the SSB center, your OIR happens. OIR is Officers Intelligence Rating Test. In OIR, you basically have two different reasoning tests to give. One is verbal and one is non-verbal. Ideally, there are 45 to 50 questions in each set. The timing provided is 25 to 30 minutes for each test. Now, in whichever test you are good, whether it's verbal or non-verbal, your highest mark is taken. Ideally, it is suggested that you should be scoring above 90% in both the tests because of the high fallen of the candidates on the very first day, OIR plays a very important role. Secondly, OIR just not helps you in getting screened in. OIR is also a part of your dossier till you will wear the uniform, till you will be in the services. Tomorrow, when you will become an officer, tomorrow, when you will become the commanding officer of any battalion, or you will go to any course, your OIR score will be considered. That how much this candidate scored in OIR. That is the importance, and that is the I would say purpose of taking the OIR. After OIR, your PPDT happens. So PPDT is Picture Perception and Description Test. Picture Perception and Description Test is a 5-minute exercise in which for 30 seconds you are shown a picture on the screen. In that you have to write how many characters you see, what is the action, and also the story, whatever story is clicking in your mind. Once both the test happens, after some time the results are announced. The people, the candidates who get screened in are further, stay in the SSB, and those who could not clear it are called as screen out and they have to go back home. For some entries like SCO entries or ACC entries, it this happen also. But in general, for NDA, CDS, FCAT entries, it is a procedure. Once you are screened in, then in Air Force entries on the very same day, you have your psychological test. But in Army and Navy, on the next day, fresh early in the morning, you have your psychology test. Psychology test is the most, I would say, tiring test because not just your physical fitness is tested, your mental toughness is also tested. For 2 hours, you will be having no breaks and you just need to keep on writing. There are total four tests in psych. The first is TAT. In TAT, there are 11 pictures shown to you. Each picture is shown for 30 seconds and you are provided 4 minutes to write the story. Unlike in PPDT, here you need not mention characters and action. You just need to write the story. That I was, Ram is a boy, age 24, working in corporate, saw this, so just identify the purpose, body, and conclusion. We will be guiding you throughout that. Second test is WAT, which is Word Association Test. Again, a tiring test in which one after the other there are 60 words shown to you on screen. For every word, you are given just 15 seconds. In 15 seconds only, you have to, observe the word and write the sentence. And after that, there is this SRT, which is called Situation Reaction Test. Again, a 30-minute exercise in which there are 60 situations given to you. For every situation, you are just provided 30 seconds. There is a booklet provided to you. This whole SSB procedure and specifically the psychology test is designed by DIPR, which is Defense Institute of Psychological Research, and they conduct this SSB throughout all the SSBs in India. After SRT, you have your SD, which is self-description test. There are already defined 5 questions: what your friends think about you, what your parents think about you, what your teachers oblique managers think about you if you're a working professional, what do you think about yourself, and what sort of person you want to become. These are the 5 questions, and you are provided 15 minutes. In those 15 minutes, you need to write all the responses. This is your psych. It ideally take 2 hours. After that, your personal interview starts from day 2 itself. Then, since there are 20, 30 candidates, 35 candidates in the SSB at a time in a particular board, interview starts from day 2 and it goes till day 4. In your personal interview, it is ideally a 45 minutes to 1 hour interview in which, based on your PIQ form, there are preset questions which we call it as CIQ, which are being asked. CIQ questions are nothing, technical. They are very basic questions. They are just arranged in a sequence. The reason of introducing CIQ was that different candidates complained that okay, उस व्यक्ति से easy questions पूछे, मुझसे difficult questions पूछे, that's why I got rejected. So then SSB defined a criteria of asking questions. So there are preset questions which are being asked to everyone. Then there can be cross questioning based on your responses. After that, from day 3, your GTO starts. GTO is basically the ground task obstacles. Okay, GTO is being conducted by a major or a lieutenant colonel rank officer. They are ideally young, around 10 years of service in the forces. Interview is taken by a senior one, generally a president or the deputy president of the board. And your psychology test is conducted by a psychologist who can be a civilian. Ideally, it's a civilian because forces doesn't have so many psychologists, in there. But yes, there can be scenarios in which the psychologist officer can be an officer also. In your GTO, there are total 9 tasks which happen, starting with group discussions. There are 2 group discussions followed by military planning exercise, followed by progressive group task, which is a physical task. Then there is half group task. We will be explaining you about all the tasks. Don't worry. I'm just giving you a quick introduction. Then followed by a lecturate. Then there are individual obstacles, followed by command task, and then finally there is a final group task. So the purpose of GTO is to integrate, disintegrate, and then reintegrate. So when it's integration, you are having group discussions and group planning exercise. Then you are being broken into small teams in half group task, individual obstacle, and then you are reintegrated in final group task, just to see that how you perform in a group. If it's a big group, how you perform. If it's a small group, how you perform. And if it's a situation where you are the officer, you are the leader, then how you perform, how you treat your subordinates. That is what being tested. So GTO, since there are 9 tasks, it ideally goes for 2 days, that is day 3 and day 4. And on your last day, conference happens. So conference is a situation you can see in the picture. Conference is a similar situation in which all the officers of the board, sit together and just have a final introduction and sort of an interview with the candidate. It can be as short as 2 minutes and it can be as long as 15 to 20 minutes. Conference is a point where your final decision is made, because conference is the table where psychologist officer, GTO officer, and the interviewing officer, they both sit together, discuss about your performance, and give you a final go ahead, whether the candidate is selected or not. So that's what the SSB procedure is. On the day of conference, your are announced. If you are selected, you are called as a recommended candidate and you are proceeded for your medicals. If you are not, then you are called as conference out candidate and the candidate has to go back home. So this is the overall purpose of SSB, process of SSB. And here, two most important things are tested. First is your potential. You know, what potential do you carry? It's not needed that you need to be perfect in every task. No. What you are capable of. And second is trainability. So whether you are a good fit for forces or not is tested whether you can be trained or not. If you have the trainability in you, then definitely you can become an officer in the Indian Armed Forces. So this is about understanding of the SSB. Now, before moving ahead, I will just quickly uh, ask everyone that please ask questions. If anyone has any doubt on any of the pointers, whether it's screening, psychology, GTO, personal interview, conference, please ask questions. And feel free to ask questions because this is a time where you can actually get your doubts cleared. No questions? Okay, ideally no question situation appears only twice. या तो आपको सब समझ में आ गया या फिर आपको कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया. So what should I consider? सब समझ में आ गया या कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया?
समझ में आ गया सर.
समझ में आ गया सर.
Understood sir.
Alright. ओके, एक और चीज़ मुझे आप लोगों से पूछनी है. पहला कि वी कैन कीप द कंप्लीट क्लासेस इन इंग्लिश और वी कैन कीप इट बाइलिंगुअल, इंग्लिश हिंदी मिक्स. I generally love to keep it in bilingual, that means English or Hindi mix, okay? But yes, if you are having challenges in English speaking, मुझे भी होता है वो challenge, you can confidently say that and we will work out on that part as well. Okay, so किसी को कोई doubt? Anyone having any questions?
No, sir.
No sir.
Okay, all right. So ये जो 5 days of SSB procedure है, इसमें different aspects में your OLQs are tested. Just giving you a quick example. तो जब आप psychology test दे रहे होते हो, तो आपका courage stamina check नहीं कर सकते, right? But the way you will write your SRT, the way you will write your TEAT, that will be a test where they can test your courage, stamina, thought process, responsibility. So psychology test is a test where your responsibility is tested. कि are you taking the responsibility of the situation? Are you actually taking initiative to solve a problem, right? So that's what is being tested in psych. Then in your interview, whatever you have mentioned in psych is being cross checked. So ideally होता क्या है कि candidate interview को एक separate task consider करते हैं. However, interview is a related task. I will tell you how. Those candidates who have been to the SSB, they know जब आप स्क्रीनिंग के बाद PIQ फॉर्म फिल करते हो, you have to fill 2 PIQ form, not 1. I hope everybody agrees who have been to the SSB. Do you have thought कि क्यों हम 2 PIQ भरते हैं? रीजन बीइंग, एक PIQ आपका जाता है साइकोलॉजिस्ट ऑफिसर को, एक PIQ आपका जाता है इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर को. नाउ साइकोलॉजिस्ट ऑफिसर को क्यों चाहिए PIQ? बिकॉज साइकोलॉजिस्ट ऑफिसर ने आपको देखा नहीं है, साइकोलॉजिस्ट आपको नहीं जानता, साइकोलॉजिस्ट ऑफिसर को मोस्ट प्रोबेबली आपका चेस्ट नंबर भी याद नहीं है. सो जो आपने चेस्ट नंबर अपने डोजियर पे लिखा है वही उसको याद है, बट उसको आपके बारे में कैसे पता चलेगा कि आप क्या हो, कहाँ से आए हो, what is the background of the place you are coming from, if you are earning, how much you are earning, because everything has a psychological impact. And in your responses, he or she just verifies the same. So When we say Mansa, Vacha, and Karmana, what is going in your mind is being tested in psychology. And what you speak, is it aligned with your mind? That means कि जो भी आप कह रहे हो, क्या वो अलाइन करता है जो भी आपने सोचा है? If yes, then your interview will go well. Because बहुत बार candidates who have gone to SSBs, they know किसी पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन में आपको बहुत ग्रिल किया जाएगा. वाई? बिकॉज वो वहाँ पे क्रॉस चेक कर रहे हैं कि क्या ये कैंडिडेट झूठ बोल रहा है या सच सच कह रहा है. सो मनसा वाचा कर्मणा, दैट्स वाई इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला ऑफ SSB. वॉट एवर यू थिंक, whatever you speak, and whatever you do has to be in a complete alignment. So whatever you think is being tested in psychology, whatever you speak is being tested in interview, and whatever you do is being tested in your GTA. अब मान लीजिए आपने अपने SD में लिखा आई एम अ वेरी जॉली पर्सन, आई एम वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग डिटरमिन्ड, बट जब मैंने GTO में देखा तो ना मैंने देखा आप जॉली हो, ना आप हार्ड वर्किंग हो, आप लेजी लैड की तरह खड़े हो साइड में, यू आर ऑल्सो नॉट टेकिंग इनिशिएटिव. इमीडिएटली यू आर कैंसल्ड बिकॉज जो आपने लिखा यू आर नॉट प्रूविंग द सेम. So that is what we will be training you with, how you can actually align your mind, body, and action. Thought, speech, and action. Now this is the most important part. I'll not take much time here because we had a discussion already. SSB is a subset of life. Now what do you mean by subset of life? Anyone, any idea? Anybody would like to say something? सो आप लोगों को एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन दिखाना होगा. इफ यू विल नॉट पार्टिसिपेट हियर, देन how will you participate in SSB? So please participate, speak as much as possible. Whenever there is a question, do take initiative. This is the opportunity जहाँ पे आप अपने OLQs पे काम कर सकते हो. So don't miss out. Yes, please. Anyone would like to go ahead?
Subset is it's a integral part of life, maybe.
Partially true, yes. So subset of life is basically कि वो आपकी लाइफ का ही एक हिस्सा है. इसको अगर मैं एक बेसिक एग्जांपल के तौर पे समझाऊं, मान लीजिए आपके पास नंबर है 1 2 3 4 5 और एक नंबर है 1 2 3. तो क्या 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 का पार्ट है? यस. सो 1 2 3 इज अ सबसेट ऑफ 1 2 3 4 5. इट्स अ मैथमेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट. यहाँ पे हम ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि जो आप SSB में हो, आप कैसे रिफ्लेक्ट करोगे अपने आप को. तो जैसे व्यक्ति आप एक रियल लाइफ में हो, वही रिफ्लेक्ट होगा SSB में, चाहे आप कितना भी अपने आप को फेक करने की कोशिश कर लें. एंड दैट्स व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू आइडेंटिफाई. So what we will do, we will try to be a good person in your daily life. We will try to develop the OLQs in daily life so that जब आप SSB देने जाओगे वहां पे ऑटोमेटिकली आपका ट्रू सेल्फ निकल के आएगा. एंड दैट्स व्हाट दे नीड. So start like from today onwards, whatever activity you do, just try to introspect everything. Just try to start observing everything. कि आप अगर किसी चीज को कर रहे हो, जैसे मान लीजिए आपके दोस्त ने आपको कॉल किया एंड ही जस्ट आस्क्ड फॉर कि लेट्स से कैन यू गिव मी 1000 रुपीज, आई एम इन इमरजेंसी. नाउ विल यू गिव और नॉट? यू हैव टू ऑप्शंस कि आप दे दोगे बिकॉज ही इज योर फ्रेंड. सेकेंडली आप बहाना बना दोगे, नहीं यार मेरे पास नहीं है. द सेम क्वेश्चन विल बी आस्क्ड इन SRT, that your friend has lost his wallet, he has called you and asked for ₹1000, what will you do? Dash dash dash. Now अब वहां पे आप लिख दोगे I will give you 1000 rupees, but in real life जब ये situation आई, you did not give it. It will be highlight, it will be tested and it will be identified in SSB, and that's how they check what sort of a person you are in real life will be reflected in SSB. So start observing yourself from today. Whatever activity you do, right from waking up in the morning to going to bed in night, start observing yourself. Every minor things you do, start observing yourself. You will find yourself in a much comfortable and confident position after just 1 week. So this is something, what I mean is subset of life. If you are confident in your life, in your real life, then definitely you will be confident in SSB. And that's what we will be helping you to develop. Now, this is the most important part, what not to do. So there are so many common mistakes जो हर एक कैंडिडेट करता है, चाहे वो जानबूझ के हो या चाहे अनजाने में हो. सबसे पहला, द प्रेशर. So if you are a fresher, you will not be having the pressure. बट जैसे जैसे आपके अटेम्प्ट बढ़ते जाते हैं, आप पे वो प्रेशर आते जाता है, कि 10 अटेम्प्ट हो गए, 11 अटेम्प्ट हो गए, 12 अटेम्प्ट हो गए. सो डू नॉट ट्राई टू हार्ड. आपने ये बहुतों से सुना होगा कि जिस अटेम्प्ट में वो लीस्ट बॉदर्ड होते हैं, वो उसी अटेम्प्ट में रिकमेंड हो जाते हैं. Honestly saying, it has happened with me when I had my Allahabad entry, SSC Tech 62. I was least confident and I was like very much in notion कि मैं जाऊं भी SSB देने या नहीं जाऊं, because it was just after Diwali and I had my other things lined up. So I was not in a mood. My friend said that okay जा दे के आ, it's not a big deal, and I got recommended in that attempt. So if you try too hard, that means you are putting over pressure on yourself. You are under constant pressure of performing better, and that's where the problem occurs. सो जब आप बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करने की कोशिश कर रहे होते हो, उससे आपकी इनसिक्योरिटी दिखती है, उससे आपका नर्वसनेस दिखता है, एंड वही वहाँ पे नहीं दिखाना है. यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी काम, यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी कंफर्टेबल with the test, with the people, with the assessors, and that will help you to get recommended. So the first thing, do not try too hard, you just need to try right. Secondly, एक्टिंग एंड मेमोराइजिंग. तो अगेन आपने बहुत सारे कैंडिडेट्स को देखा होगा, वो लोग टीएटी की स्टोरीज रट लेते हैं, डब्ल्यूएटी के सेंटेंसेस रट लेते हैं, एसआरटी के रिस्पॉन्सेज रट लेते हैं, इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स रट लेते हैं. सो जब भी आप ये जाते हो रट के, देन डेफिनेटली इट डजेंट हेल्प यू. बिकॉज जब आप किसी चीज़ को रट के जा रहे हो, या आपने अपनी 10th एग्जाम में, 12th एग्जाम में, कॉलेज एग्जाम में देखा होगा कि जब भी आप रट के जा रहे हो और वो क्वेश्चन नहीं आया, या उसी क्वेश्चन को दूसरे तरह से पूछ लिया, देन यू आर ब्लोन अवे, यू आर अंडर प्रेशर, यू स्टार्ट स्वेटिंग, you get nervous. So that is the performance pressure. So do not believe your memory, believe yourself. So prepare for the situation, do not just try to copy paste it. That is the second mistake every candidate does. Then secondly, अंडर कॉन्फिडेंस और ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस दोनों ही प्रॉब्लमैटिक हैं. इफ यू विल बी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट, डेफिनेटली दैट विल रिफ्लेक्ट इन योर एक्शंस एंड पीपल विल नॉट लाइक इट, द असेसर्स विल नॉट लाइक इट. एंड इफ यू आर अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट, वहाँ पे कैंडिडेट्स आपको पार्टिसिपेट ही नहीं करने देंगे. सो दोनों ही अच्छे नहीं हैं. यू हैव टू हैव अ बैलेंस अप्रोच. wherever you feel that yes, I must speak, go ahead and speak, go ahead and perform the action. But wherever you think that okay, I don't want to be part of the mess, then stay away with it. So that will help you in your group discussions and military planning exercise. When every candidate will be telling okay, I agree with chest number this, I agree with chest number this, you also don't need to say the same. Just mention your point and sit silently. Because जब आप एक ही चीज़ रिपीट कर रहे होते हो, you are considered as you are either being overconfident or underconfident. Then self-worth is basically the self-introspection part जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे. Self-introspection is very very important. Today after this session I will be giving you one exercise which will help you in realizing that you actually carry the potential of getting recommended. And lastly, you do not need to compete with your group. The only competition in SSB is you. So do not consider your group as your competition. Consider your group as your team. Because when you will be doing the group, GTO, you will actually reflect those, team building, whether you are comfortable in a group or not. Secondly, एक गलती जो हर कैंडिडेट करता है, if you are not very comfortable with your group, साइकोलॉजी टेस्ट में जब आप टीएटी स्टोरीज में नाम लिख रहे होते हो, you actually do not write the name of your group and you write it like Ram, Shyam, Soham, Roham, something like that, and that is also a biggest red flag. वो एसेसर सोचेगा दैट इस व्यक्ति के कोई फ्रेंड्स ही नहीं है, या फिर इस व्यक्ति ने एसएसबी में कोई फ्रेंड ही नहीं बनाया. So don't do these things because that actually works in against you in SSB. We will be discussing, we will be breaking myths for you whenever we will go to a particular activity. Now this is the self-introspection part which I was discussing, but before starting this part, I will again take questions. Anyone, any questions so far? Please go ahead and ask.
No, sir.
No questions?
Alok, please let one candidate in the class.
Okay, is it? Okay. I hope they are informed that we have a session. Yeah. So everyone, generally, however, it's okay since it's day one, but I would request everyone to join at 9 sharp, or 5 minutes before that. We still will be okay if you join 5 minutes later, but don't join after 15-20 minutes, because obviously it will not work out well for you and for us also. So be very, very strict with the timing. Okay, so before I start again, any questions, anyone, related to process, related to any question in your mind or any myth in mind, ऐसा कुछ जो आपको लग रहा है कि यार ये करने से क्या होता है, वो करने से क्या होता है, anything, please ask questions.
Sir,
Yes, please go ahead.
you said competing with the group doesn't help. Yes, that's
Yes.
true. But there is sometimes happens like कुछ बोलने का टाइम ही नहीं, मतलब ऑप्शन ही नहीं मिलता, स्पेस ही नहीं मिलता.
राइट. यस, सो वहाँ पे आई विल टेल यू. सो ऐसा होता है आपके साथ ग्रुप डिस्कशन में, मिलिट्री प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज में, करेक्ट. एक्शन में देखा जाए तो पीजीटी एंड एचजीटीज में. नाउ हियर यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. जैसा कि न्यूज़ चैनल डिबेट्स में होता है, हर कोई एक दूसरे की बात को काटने की कोशिश करता है. डज दैट हेल्प्स? नो. आपको क्या करना है, एज अ जेंटलमैन यू हैव टू पुट योर पॉइंट, राइट, एंड यू ऑल्सो हैव टू लिसन अदर्स. So active listening and active speaking is tested. Now वहाँ पे क्या टेस्ट किया जाता है? How do you conduct yourself? I will be coming to OLQs also, don't worry. But वहाँ पे in general अभी देखें तो क्या टेस्ट किया जाता है? How you conduct yourself, then how you observe others, then how you collect your thoughts and speak, right? So इन सब चीज़ों में एक चीज़ जो सबसे important है, people get carried away. So for 1 minute or 2 minutes, you will find candidates. They will be, being very calm and putting their points. After 5 minutes, it's a fish market. So वहाँ पे क्या हुआ? You came under pressure, right? So no matter what happens, in a 15 minutes GD, you need to just speak for, like 4 to 5 times, and your sentences should be structured in a way so that you should not take more than 20 seconds, okay? Because उससे ज़्यादा कोई आपको बोलने नहीं देगा. And secondly, some tricks which you can use is, whenever you are speaking, don't say, don't rephrase your sentence. Just put the point. Like, I agree with you, chest number 13, what you were saying, I would also agree with you, and my point is, no, don't do this crap. Just mention your point. Friends, I think that we also need to do this. So just put your point. Hardly 10 to 15 seconds. If you are able to speak for 10 to 15 seconds, then it is more than sufficient at once. And in general, 4 to 5 times is more than sufficient for you to speak. I agree that people don't let you speak, and आपने देखा होगा कि इस वजह से पूरा का पूरा बैच भी वॉश आउट होता है, राइट? सो वहाँ पे आपको अपना कैरेक्टर रिफ्लेक्ट करना है. You don't need to get carried away. I hope that helps you. That answers your question.
Yes, sir.
Yes. तो वहाँ पे आपको किसी को गलत प्रूव नहीं करना. वहाँ पे इसीलिए मैंने कहा कि आपका कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है. आपका पॉइंट वहाँ पे है अपनी बात रखना, करेक्ट. एक जब आप कल होके एक ऑफिसर बनोगे, you will also be representing your platoon, section, battalion, your command, brigade. आप इंटरनेशनल भी जाओगे अपने कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करने. यू विल बी रिप्रेजेंटिंग इंडियन आर्मी. कॉन्फ्रेंसेज में जाओगे, यू विल बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन सच कॉन्फ्रेंसेज ऑल्सो, ऑफिशियली जो होती हैं. तो वहाँ पे आपका पर्पस है अपनी बात रखना, अपनी बात मजबूती से रखना। वॉट यू बिलीव यू मस्ट मेंशन, यू मस्ट से। एट द सेम टाइम आपका ये मकसद बिल्कुल भी नहीं है कि दूसरे की बात को काटना या दूसरे की बात को वैल्यू ना करना, राइट। यू ऑल्सो नीड टू लिसन केयरफुली वॉट अदर इज सेइंग। एट द सेम टाइम आपको क्या लगता है, आपका परसेप्शन क्या है, वो चीज़ भी आपको मेंशन करनी है। आई होप दैट आंसर योर क्वेश्चन।
सर
तो दैट्स वाई आई सेड कि वहाँ पे किसी से कंपटीशन नहीं करना, वहाँ पे सिर्फ अपनी बात रखनी है, सहजता से अपनी बात रखनी है, एंड दैट्स हाउ इट विल हेल्प यू। ओके, एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस, एनीवन?
No, sir.
Okay, so now let's come to self-introspection. Self-introspection in SSB is the most important part because SSB, as I said, is a subset of life. अगर आप अपने आप को नहीं जानते तो आप वहाँ पे क्या रिफ्लेक्ट करोगे? आप किसी को कॉपी करके ही जाओगे, राइट? आप इमिटेट कर लोगे। मैंने ऐसा भी देखा है कि कैंडिडेट्स एक दूसरे से पूछते हैं कि ओए तूने क्या आंसर दिया, वाई डू यू वांट टू जॉइन आर्मी? तो उसका आंसर अच्छा लगा तो वो कॉपी कर लिया। तो अगर आप अपने आप को नहीं जानते तो डेफिनेटली आप किसी और को कॉपी करोगे, एंड जब आप कॉपी करोगे देन डेफिनेटली आप अपने रिकमेंड होने के चांसेस को कम कर रहे हो। तो दैट इज समथिंग वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। राइट फ्रॉम टुडे स्टार्ट इंट्रोस्पेक्टिंग योरसेल्फ। हर एक एक्शन जो आप करते हो, चाहे सुबह उठ के आप अपना बेड बनाते हो, वाई, यू नो, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, वाई। Then you have your breakfast, why? Every activity that you do, always introspect yourself. This question why is very very important. I follow personally in my life, if why is clear, how is easy. तो अगर आपका why पार्ट क्लियर है फॉर एनी एक्टिविटी, उस टास्क को कैसे करना है, हाउ दैट शुड बी डन, विल बी वेरी वेरी इजी फॉर यू, वेरी वेरी क्लियर फॉर यू, यू नो। तो सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन में सबसे पहले आता है अपनी स्ट्रेंथ के बारे में पता होना। लाइक माई स्ट्रेंथ, आई एम हार्ड वर्किंग, आई एम डिटरमिन्ड, आई एम कमिटेड टू व्हाट आई प्रॉमिस। आपकी स्ट्रेंथ के साथ साथ आपको आपकी वीकनेसेस के बारे में भी पता होना चाहिए। सो मेरी वीकनेस क्या है, दैट समटाइम्स आई लैक इनकन्सिस्टेंसी। कभी कभी मैं बहुत एनर्जाइज होता हूँ सो आई डू दैट टास्क, कभी कभी आई डू नॉट गेट दैट मच एनर्जाइज तो मैं कभी कभी स्किप कर देता हूँ। लाइक समटाइम्स आई स्किप माई जिम, that is one of the I would say weakness or area of improvement for me. So ये एक SSB क्वेश्चन भी है, इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन भी है, और आपको अपने SD में भी लिखना होता है। एटलीस्ट 2 ऑफ योर स्ट्रेंथ, प्लीज टेक अ नोट, आपको आज ये करना होगा कि 2 स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ योर्स एंड 2 वीकनेसेस ऑफ योर्स you must know about it. What are your strength, what are your weakness, and जो भी आपकी weakness है, what are you doing to improve on it. If my weakness is inconsistency, what I am doing to improve. एंड यहाँ पे आता है एक मिथ जो जनरली कैंडिडेट्स को बताया जाता है हर जगह, कि आपने क्या बोलते हैं, बड़ी अपने बारे में कोई भी ऐसी बात नहीं बोलनी जिससे कि उसको लगे कि आप एक अच्छे कैंडिडेट नहीं हो। इनकन्सिस्टेंसी या ऐसी चीज़ें नहीं बतानी होती। ऑलवेज बी पॉजिटिव, ऑलवेज बी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक, डोंट टेल मच अबाउट योर फेलियर्स, बट नो, दैट शुड नॉट बी द केस। अगर आप अपनी वीकनेसेस को एक्नॉलेज नहीं करोगे, एक्सेप्ट नहीं करोगे, वो किसी ना किसी फॉर्म में दिख जाएगा। एंड अगर आप उसको खुद ही एक्नॉलेज नहीं करोगे, देन द असेसर, द इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर और द साइकोलॉजिस्ट ऑफिसर विल फील कि ये कैंडिडेट तो अपनी ही रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं ले पा रहा, कल होके ये सेक्शन प्लाटून कमांड की कैसे लेगा। सो यहाँ पे द टेस्ट इज द टेस्ट ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। यू शुड बी टेकिंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ योर स्ट्रेंथ एंड योर वीकनेस because they are part of your life. So write down 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses and what are you doing to improve your weakness. कोई कहता है सर मेरी हैंडराइटिंग बहुत खराब है, दैट इज माई वीकनेस। यस, इट कैन बी योर वीकनेस, बिकॉज आप जब लिखते हो तो कोई पढ़ ही नहीं पाता, तो क्या कर रहे हो आप उसको इम्प्रूव करने के लिए। कोई कहता है सर मैं टाइम पे नहीं उठ पाता, सो दैट्स ओके, दैट इज योर वीकनेस, बट वॉट आर यू डूइंग टू वेक अप ऑन टाइम, that is what you need to write. Then comes habits. So habits define who you are. Okay. You must be seeing people जो सुबह लेट उठते हैं, then they are lazy, they will skip the breakfast, they will just lay down here and there, and in afternoon they will start having headache because obviously they could not do their breakfast. So your habits define who you are. If you are a disciplined person, if you follow your daily routine, religiously, there are very high chances that you will be recommended. I will tell you a very important question which interviewing officer asks. So interviewing officer tells you that, okay, gentlemen, please tell me about your routine from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. नाउ पीआईक्यू में तो आपने बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर दी कि सर बुक रीडिंग भी मेरी हॉबी है, मैं जिम भी जाता हूँ, साइकिलिंग भी कर लेता हूँ, ट्रैकिंग पे भी जाता हूँ, एंड आई हैव दीज मेनी हॉबीज, आई हैव दीज मेनी स्पोर्ट्स इन्वॉल्वमेंट. बट जब आप अपने रूटीन के बारे में बताते हो, देयर इज नो मेंशन ऑफ एनी हॉबी. नाउ दैट्स हाउ द इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर कैचेज यू कि ये बंदा झूठ बोल रहा है. और जहां उसने ये आइडेंटिफाई किया दैट यू आर लाइंग, यू आर गॉन. So start developing your habits right from today. अगर आपकी कोई हॉबी नहीं है, एक्सेप्ट करो. If you do not have any hobby, accept it that okay, I do not have any hobby, but I want to develop. Then identify what all habits you can develop maybe in a month or two that will help you in a long run. I personally believe that book reading is a hobby which you can develop. आप आपके डेली रूटीन में चाहे आप कितना भी बिजी हो, थोड़ा बहुत वक्त आप निकाल सकते हो बुक पढ़ने के लिए, and that it can definitely help you in other ways as well. So that is the third part. Then comes reactions. So reaction is basically how you perform under pressure. So in SSB you will be put under lot of pressure, चाहे वो साइकोलॉजी टेस्ट हो, चाहे वो इंटरव्यू हो, ग्रिलिंग हो, या चाहे जीटीओ हो. अगर आप किसी टास्क को अच्छे से कर रहे हो तो भी आपका जीटीओ ऑफिसर आपको कहता है कि तुझे लगता है ये सही तरीका है, नहीं मुझे तो नहीं लगता ये सही तरीका है. He will put you under pressure. So how exactly you perform under pressure is being tested. So in human science, uh, what you speak is 7% of your reflection, but your body gestures, your facial gestures and expressions speak 93% of it. That means आपने एसएसबी में देखा होगा, स्क्रीनिंग में, ग्रुप डिस्कशंस में लोगों का मुंह बन जाता है, देन लोगों की आदत होती है पिच पिच करने की, इस तरह से ये सारे एक्चुअली आइडेंटिफायर्स हैं जहाँ पे आपका रिएक्शन टेस्ट होता है कि ये बंदा प्रेशर में कैसे परफॉर्म करता है. कई लोगों की आदत होती है कि दे जस्ट लाइक दे आर कंफर्टेबली सिटिंग, बट वेन एवर दे विल आस्क दे विल बी लाइक दिस, ट्राई टू डोमिनेट द ग्रुप. These are all small things for which we will be guiding you, and that actually talks about you even if you are not talking. So that's why I said start introspecting yourself कि जब आप ग्रुप में बैठे होते हो आपका बिहेवियर कैसा होता है, आपके हैंड जेस्चर्स कैसे होते हैं, आपके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस कैसे होते हैं. जब आपको कोई समझा रहा होता है, देन डू यू एक्चुअली टेक द फीडबैक, और आपको लगता है कि चल हट क्या बता रहा है तू, मुझे आता है सब आता है. डू यू हैव दैट एटीट्यूड? If you have that attitude, then you need to change, because that will not help you. So even if you are not speaking, your body activities, your facial gestures tell about yes. Then comes the perception. So एक हो गया कि आप दूसरों को कैसे रिएक्शन दे रहे हो, दूसरा कि आप कैसे ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो, हाउ डू यू परसीव. This is the very first question. How do you perceive a picture? How do you perceive a word? How do you perceive a situation? How do you perceive yourself? Everywhere this question will be there. So you also need to understand कि there are two ways of taking a situation. पहला कि you take it in a positive way that yes, I am a problem solver, I will solve it. दूसरा यार कि क्या मुझे फिर से एक टेंशन आ गई. यू मस्ट बी सीइंग, लोग भी होते हैं दो तरह के. पहला कि दे आर लाइक यस आई हैव वन मोर चैलेंज टू सॉल्व. दूसरा क्या भगवान आपने एक और प्रॉब्लम दे दी, एक प्रॉब्लम खत्म नहीं होती है, आप दूसरी प्रॉब्लम दे देते हो. दैट इज टेस्टेड, दैट इज व्हाट इज टेस्टेड इन एसएसबी कि क्या आप एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर हो या आप एक ऐसे व्यक्ति हो जो कि जस्ट क्रिब करता रहता है. So that is what not expected from an officer. An officer has to be a problem solver. An officer has to take initiative, which is also OLQ. So that's what is tested, and this all are actually part of the self-introspection. I hope this is clear to everyone. Anyone, any questions on any of the point? Please let me know. So self introspection is the most important part. If anyone is having any question, please ask.
No, sir.
No questions? Okay, so if no question, then I will be asking questions at the end. So please be ready with the answers. Now, as we know, OLQs. So first thing, when you develop the OLQ, you need to also understand that how exactly the OLQs are defined. So OLQs are defined on the mindset कि again how you perceive a situation. तो अगर आप किसी सिचुएशन को एज अ चैलेंज लेते हो तो डेफिनेटली आपके OLQs रिफ्लेक्ट होंगे. बट अगर आप किसी सिचुएशन को एज अ प्रॉब्लम लेते हो कि अगैन कि क्या मुझे दे दिया, अगैन फिर से मुझे प्रॉब्लम में डाल दिया, सो देन वहाँ पे आपके OLQs दब जाते हैं. SSB एक ऐसा टेस्ट है जहाँ पे आपके OLQs को आपको रिफ्लेक्ट करना है. यू हैव टू रिफ्लेक्ट द OLQs. तो जब तक आप उस प्रेशर को पॉजिटिवली नहीं लोगे, प्रेशर इज दैट प्रिविलेज विच विल हेल्प यू इन गेटिंग रिकमेंडेड. तो जब तक आप उस प्रेशर को नहीं लोगे, आपके OLQs नहीं रिफ्लेक्ट होंगी. अगर आप उस TAT में, उस स्टोरी में, उस पिक्चर में वो चैलेंज को नहीं पिक करोगे तो आप एक अच्छी स्टोरी नहीं लिख सकते. एंड अगर आप एक अच्छी स्टोरी नहीं लिखोगे तो आपके OLQs रिफ्लेक्ट ही नहीं होंगे. दैट इज वॉट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. तो वो माइंडसेट बहुत ज़रूरी है. दैट माइंडसेट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट यू हैव टू कंसिडर योर सेल्फ एज अ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर. प्रॉब्लम पे क्रिब नहीं करना है. That's what we say, like this is something General Datar always has been saying as well, कि ऑफिसर बनने नहीं जाना है, ऑफिसर बन के जाना है. You should carry that attitude, you should carry that, that mindset कि yes, I am coming here just to prove myself because I already have it in me, right? These tests are just to define. So वो 5 दिन का टेस्ट नहीं आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते. वॉट एवर यू आर, जो भी आप बचपन से हो, जो भी अपब्रिंगिंग आपके पेरेंट्स ने आपको दी है, जैसी भी एजुकेशन आपने ली है, जो भी एडवर्सिटीज़ आपने फेस की हैं, चाहे वो एज अ स्टूडेंट हो, चाहे एज अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल हो, या कुछ ऑलरेडी सर्विंग पर्सनल हैं हमारे साथ, उनके लिए अपनी जो भी पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम्स हों, चैलेंजेस हों, चाहे वो वर्क फ्रंट पे है, फैमिली फ्रंट पे है, पर्सनल है, every situation give you two things, and you be confident on yourself that yes, I am a problem solver. या तो आप उस पर क्रिब करें and you just wait for someone else to give you the direction and you just do it. So that's why mindset is very very important. आज इस introduction session में that is what we wanted to tell you, that right from tomorrow when you will be joining the full sessions, you need to come with that mindset that officer बनने नहीं जाना, officer बन के जाना है. That mindset has to be there. It should reflect. If it will reflect in your personality, in your day-to-day life, it will certainly reflect in your test, whether it's a psychology test, interview, GTO, or conference. I hope everybody agrees with it. Anyone having any question, anything to say? No?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, I have tried it multiple times to introspect. But sir, मैं स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट्स तो ढूंढ लेता हूँ, बट वीकनेस मुझे है, बट वो मिलती नहीं है.
कोई बात नहीं. So this is a good realization. I would still say कि you have completed that 50%. कि आपने इतना तो रियलाइज कर लिया कि कुछ तो मेरे में कमियां हैं. करेक्ट. सो आप उस लेवल तक आ गए हो. फर्स्टली कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस फॉर दैट. नाउ वी विल हेल्प यू. हम लोग आपको कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ देंगे, हम लोग आपको कुछ एक्सरसाइज देंगे, जिसको जब आप परफॉर्म करोगे वो चीज़ आपको होलिस्टिकली करनी है. यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी डेडिकेटेड इन डूइंग दोज एक्सरसाइजेस. जब आप उन एक्सरसाइज को करोगे तब आपको समझ में आएगा कि हाँ ये मेरी वीकनेस है. राइट. जैसे एक वीकनेस हम सबके साथ होती है, विच इज़ कम्युनिकेशन. तो कम्युनिकेशन इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन SSB. इट इज़ एक्चुअली द फंडामेंटल, बिकॉज आपको अपनी बात कम्युनिकेट करनी है, चाहे लिख के करनी है साइक टेस्ट में, चाहे बोल के करनी है इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर में, इंटरव्यू में, और चाहे एक्शंस करके दिखाना है. राइट. तो वहाँ पर भी GTO ऑफिसर जो होता है वो आपके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस को पकड़ता है। तो हमें उस चीज़ को डेफिनेटली वर्क करना है एंड वी विल गाइड यू विद दिस। या एनीवन एनीथिंग एल्स?
No, sir.
नो सर, ओके,
No, sir.
ऑल राइट। Okay, so now these are the 15 OLQs. You can take the screenshot or we will send you this in the group only after the session. अब यहाँ से like from tomorrow when we will start, I will tell you कि कौन सी OLQ किस particular test में चेक की जाती है। जैसे मैं आपको कुछ एग्जांपल्स देता हूँ। रीजनिंग एबिलिटी कहाँ टेस्ट होगी? रीजनिंग एबिलिटी टेस्ट होगी आपके OIR में सबसे पहले। दूसरा, रीजनिंग एबिलिटी कहाँ टेस्ट होगी? आपके ग्रुप प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज में, बिकॉज वहाँ पे आप अपने तर्क दे रहे होगे, यू विल बी टेलिंग योर आइडियाज टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम। कोई कहेगा कि पहले बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट को सेव करते हैं, कोई कहेगा कि नहीं पहले लोगों को मरने से बचा लेते हैं। सो वहाँ पे आप रीजंस दोगे, यू विल बी हैविंग योर आइडियाज, योर लॉजिक। Then talking about power of expression. Power of expression will be tested in your interview. It will be tested in lecturate, right? So that is what we will be telling you कि कौन सी particular officer like quality किन किन टेस्ट में चेक होती है। सोशल अडेप्टेबिलिटी चेक होगी आपकी ग्रुप डिस्कशंस में, चेक होगी आपके प्रोग्रेसिव ग्रुप टास्क में। कॉपरेशन टेस्ट होगा आपके ग्रुप डिस्कशन में। सो अभी आई बिलीव समवन आस्क्ड मी कि मुझे तो अपनी बात रखने नहीं देते। यहीं पे तो कॉपरेशन चेक होगा कि आप दूसरों के साथ कितना कोऑपरेट कर रहे हो, और दूसरों के लिए भी टेस्ट होगा कि दूसरे आपके साथ कितना कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं। अगर जो दूसरे कैंडिडेट्स हैं वो आपको बोलने नहीं दे रहे, दैट विल वर्क अगेंस्ट देम, नॉट यू। तो आपने अपनी बात कहनी है और बस शांति से सुनना है। दैट कॉपरेशन विल एक्ट फॉर यू एंड एट द सेम टाइम इट विल नॉट एक्ट फॉर देम। दे विल बी कॉन्फ्रेंस आउट, यू विल बी रिकमेंडेड। सो ये दोनों के लिए वर्क करेगा। So tomorrow onwards we will be actually discussing about every OLQ in detail, how it will be tested and how exactly we can work on it. एक चीज़ और जो मैं आपको बता दूं, हर किसी को लगता है wearing that uniform definitely is a matter of pride. हर किसी को लगता है कि ऑफिसर इज अ डिफरेंट ब्रीड, या तो हम में है या नहीं है। बहुत लोग ऐसा कहते भी हैं। आई पर्सनली बिलीव, बिकॉज आई एम एन एग्जाम्पल, आई आफ्टर 11 attempt I got recommended in my 12th attempt. 11 अटेम्प्ट के बाद आपको ये फील करवा दिया जाता है कि आप में वो नहीं है, चाहे वो आपके सीनियर्स हों, चाहे वो फेलो SSB एस्पिरेंट्स हों, चाहे फैमिली हो, somehow you are you feel that. बट यहाँ पे आपको ये समझना है, all of you have it in you, but it is a matter of time when you realize. To get recommended in an SSB, it is not important कि आप में सारी 15 क्वालिटीज हों. If you have 8 to 9 qualities as well, you will be recommended. तो SSB ये नहीं देखता कि आप में 15 की 15 क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए। SSB ये देखता है कि आप में कम से कम 8 से 9 OLQs होनी चाहिए, जो कि डिफरेंट टेस्ट के थ्रू वो चेक करते हैं। और उसमें अगर वो कंसिस्टेंसी फाइंड आउट कर पाए विद द हेल्प ऑफ मनसा वाचा एंड कर्मणा, good to go, you are a recommended candidate, and that is what we will help you in doing. I hope it's clear for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I will stop share my screen and now I will take questions. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now I am done from my side. आज के लिए एक्टिविटी में आपको, बिफोर वी कंप्लीट दिस सेशन, आई विल गिव यू द एक्टिविटी फॉर टुडे। बट बिफोर दैट, अब आपके जितने भी डाउट्स हैं, चाहे वो कोई फ्रेशर कैंडिडेट हो जो पहली बार SSB जाना चाहता है, जाने का प्लान कर रहा है, या फिर कोई रिपीटर हो जो ऑलरेडी जा चुका है और उसके अपने मिसकंसेप्शंस हैं माइंड में, प्लीज आस्क एवरी क्वेश्चन यू हैव। एनीवन कैन गो अहेड।
हेलो सर।
यस, हेलो, प्लीज टेल मी।
सर जितने भी सर मेरे अटेम्प्ट्स हुए हैं, जैसे 11 अटेम्प्ट्स हो गए हैं सर, मेरे में सर एक ही दिक्कत की आती है कि सर डेस्परेशन को कैसे मतलब हम कंट्रोल कर सके सर। सर कुछ इंस्टेंस के बाद ये होता है कि जैसे हम नॉर्मल रहते हैं, मतलब तीसरे या चौथे दिन नॉर्मल रहते हैं सर, वो फोर्थ डे या फिर जैसे आप ग्रुप डिस्कशन कर रहे हो, अब आपको बोलने का मौका नहीं दिया जा रहा, तो सर वो डेस्परेशन ऑटोमेटिकली बाहर निकल जाता है, तो उसको सर हम कैसे कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं सर?
यस। सो ये सिंस आप 11 अटेम्प्ट्स दे चुके हो, आपने ये
यस
डेफिनेटली ऑब्जर्व किया होगा अपने आप में कि जब आप किसी भी ग्रुप डिस्कशन में या किसी भी ग्रुप एक्टिविटी में फॉर दैट मैटर पार्टिसिपेट करते हो, you lose your patience, right?
यस यस सर।
Yes. Now this is your weakness. So यहाँ पे this is something you need to work. तो work on your patience. This is your area of improvement. अगर आप इस पे काम कर पाए, you will be good to go. So just for you, I am telling you in brief कि अभी के लिए आपको क्या करना है, whenever you are in a group, चाहे आप आपके दोस्तों के साथ बैठे हो, चाहे आप आपकी फैमिली के साथ बैठे हो, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट कि जब भी आप अपनी बात रखें, दो चीज़ें होती हैं, पहली अपनी बात मजबूती से रखनी है, बट दूसरे की भी बात सुननी है। सो
यस
गवेश,
सर।
आर यू द एल्डर सन इन द फैमिली?
यस सर, एल्डर इन द, यस सर।
यस, आई गॉट इट। सो जो बात कही होगी वो किसी ने काटी नहीं होगी, ऐसा कुछ हुआ होगा आपके साथ, मतलब घर में
यस
ऐसा होता होगा। यस। तो नाउ
यस
दिस इज समथिंग यू हैव unknowingly इनकलकेटेड इन योरसेल्फ,
यस
राइट?
यस सर।
कि आप बचपन से बड़े हो, घर में आपके छोटे भाई बहन हैं।
यस सर, एक छोटा भाई।
यस। तो आप डेफिनेटली आप जो कहते होगे वही होता होगा। आपका
यस
बड़ा
सर।
भाई
यस
अगर आपका छोटा भाई अगर आपकी कोई बात ना माने तो आपको इरिटेट हो जाता होगा कि अच्छा तूने मेरी बात कैसे नहीं मानी, राइट?
यस सर।
यस। तो वहीं से इम्प्रूव करना चालू करो, इट विल बी इम्प्रूव्ड इन योर एसएसबी ऑल्सो। सी, आई गॉट टू नो व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल चैलेंज, राइट? तो
यस
एक्चुअल
सर।
चैलेंज आपका एसएसबी का ग्रुप डिस्कशन नहीं है, एक्चुअल चैलेंज है आपका घर, जहाँ पे आप मैक्सिमम टाइम स्पेंड करते हो। तो आज के सेशन के बाद स्टार्ट ट्रीटिंग योर यंगर ब्रदर एज योर बडी, कि हाँ चल बता तेरे को क्या कहना है, पहले तेरी बात सुनता हूँ फिर मैं अपनी बताऊंगा, यू नो।
यस सर।
Yes, do that change in your home. Just after 1 week, you will actually start realizing कि वो प्रॉब्लम अब नहीं है। प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लूजिंग पेशेंस इन्हीं लोगों के साथ होती है जो अपने घर में बड़े हैं, जिनको ना सुनने की आदत नहीं होती, यू नो।
यस यस
अगर
सर।
आपका छोटा भाई किसी चीज़ के लिए ना कह दे, आपने बोला कि जा मेरे लिए पानी लेके आ, उसने ना कह दिया, कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है, तू नहीं लाएगा मैं खुद ही ले आता हूँ, इट्स ओके। पर अगर
यस सर।
अभी क्या होता होगा कि उसने ना कह दिया, अच्छा तूने मुझे ना कैसे बोला, अभी
यस
ऐसा
सर।
होता होगा, राइट? यस।
यस
नाउ दिस इज यू हैव टू चेंज। तो
यस सर।
दैट्स व्हाट वी विल बी डूइंग। अगर आपने अपनी डेली हैबिट्स ठीक कर ली, आप एसएसबी में भी रिकमेंड हो जाओगे। एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई मीन बाय एसएसबी इज अ सबसेट ऑफ लाइफ।
यस
whatever
सर।
you are in your daily life will be reflected in SSB. This is a
यस सर।
live example. So I hope Gavesh, now it will help you.
यस सर। यस सर।
So you have identified your area of improvement, you have
यस
identified your weakness, और प्राउडली इस चीज को एक्सेप्ट करना। जब इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर आपसे पूछे कि ओके गवेश टेल मी व्हाट इज योर वीकनेस, तो बोलना कि सर सिंस आई एम ऑलवेज एल्डर, आई एम एल्डर सन इन द फैमिली, आई हैव वन यंगर ब्रदर, नाउ unknowingly I inculcated this thing that whenever I used to say something, my brother used to agree with me, and when he did not, I got uncomfortable, right? Accept that situation, because जब तक आप उस situation को accept नहीं करोगे, acknowledge नहीं करोगे, you will not be able to work, right?
यस सर।
Yes. तो accept that thing in your SSB also. जब आपका इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर आपसे पूछे, वो अप्रिशिएट करेगा आपके इस एक्सेप्टेंस को, वो समझेगा कि नहीं यार इस बंदे को एटलीस्ट ये पता है कि इसको करना क्या है, एंड
यस सर।
दैट्स व्हाट दे आर लुकिंग फॉर, क्लैरिटी ऑफ थॉट्स, राइट?
यस सर। यस सर, थैंक यू सर।
Okay. Anyone else? Any question?
सर while in GD जब ग्रुप में ग्रुप becomes a fish market, तो उस समय ऐसा बोल सकता हूँ ना कि प्लीज जेंटलमैन स्पीक वन बाय वन करके, ऐसे मैं पॉइंट आउट करूँ।
ओके। देखिए अब जो ग्रुप डिस्कशन है, अगर हम स्क्रीनिंग की बात करें उसको हटा देते हैं। इन जनरल 10 to 15 मिनट का ग्रुप डिस्कशन होता है। वो फिश मार्केट होना है, वो होना ही है, आप रोक नहीं सकते, राइट? तो अगर आपका वहां पे पर्पस क्या है, आपका पर्पस है अपनी बात रखना, राइट? क्योंकि आप जो कर रहे हो कि प्लीज जेंटलमैन स्पीक वन बाय वन, प्लीज जेंटलमैन स्टे काम, वो काम आपका नहीं है, वो काम जीटीओ ऑफिसर का है, राइट? तो जीटीओ ऑफिसर का काम उसको करने दीजिए, आपका काम है अपनी बात रखना। जीटीओ ऑफिसर को पता है कि ये फिश मार्केट होने वाला है, और आपने देखा होगा कि जब भी वो फिश मार्केट अनकंट्रोलेबल हो जाता है, जीटीओ ऑफिसर खुद बोल देता है स्पीक वन बाय वन, राइट? वो बीच बीच में आपको ब्रेक करते रहेगा, और वही आपके हिंट है कि जहां पर उसने बोला सब लोग रुकेंगे, जैसे ही वो पॉज हो आप अपना पॉइंट रख दो। तो द पर्पज ऑफ ग्रुप डिस्कशन इज टू पॉइंट योर पॉइंट, to put your point in front of others, not to make others silent. वो काम जीटीओ का है, तो जो उसका काम है उसे करने देना है, जो हमारा काम है वो हमें करना है। आई होप यू
Yes,
अंडरस्टूड। यस,
yes, sir.
so next time जब भी जीडी हो, doesn't matter if it's a fish market, because it is bound to happen. You just wait for the gap, put your point, and then stay silent, listen to others. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, anyone else, any other doubt? प्लीज आस्क एवरीवन, बिकॉज यहाँ पे अगर आप नहीं पूछोगे तो नहीं क्लियर होंगे डाउट्स आपके।
सर यू सेड ऑफिसर बनने नहीं जाना, ऑफिसर बन के जाना है।
यस,
सो वॉन्ट दैट मेक अस सर ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट?
नो, सो यहाँ पे माइंडसेट है। अब सिंस यू आर ऑलरेडी सर्विंग वन, आपने देखा होगा जब भी आपको कोई टास्क मिलता है, कोई ऑब्जेक्टिव मिलता है, कोई कोई मिशन मिलता है, तो सबसे पहले यही पूछा जाता है क्या लगता है कर लोगे, so that mindset, they test the mindset कि क्या do you think that you will be able to do. अगर just take the example of Kargil, the officers who got martyred, they were very young, 23, 24, 25 years, young lieutenant, young captains, but they did not know कि क्या होने वाला है, but they were confident that yes they will be able to do it. So that tells about the mindset, right? तो ऑफिसर बनने नहीं जाना, ऑफिसर बन के जाना इज नॉट ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस, इट इज अ माइंडसेट विच यू कैरी। अगर आप ही आपके बारे में कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो तो वो सामने वाले एसएसएस कैसे होंगे, राइट? आई होप आप समझ पा रहे हो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से। तो सबसे पहले आपको ये रियलाइज करना होगा कि डू यू हैव इट इन यू, एंड ये आप कैसे रियलाइज करोगे? बाय सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन। तो स्टार्ट इंट्रोस्पेक्टिंग योर सेल्फ। आपको खुद के बारे में जब पता चलेगा कि हाँ मेरे में ये क्वालिटीज हैं, ये मेरे स्ट्रेंथ हैं, ये मेरे चैलेंजेस हैं, जब आपको अपने बारे में कॉन्फिडेंस हो जाएगा, डेफिनेटली आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि यस नाउ आई विल बी रिकमेंडेड। सो इट्स नॉट ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट, इट इज एक्चुअली नोइंग योर सेल्फ, नोइंग योर ट्रू वर्थ, राइट? saying to yourself that yes I have it in me.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else, any questions? No questions? Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes, Vishnu, please tell me.
No, sir. There's no more questions.
Okay. So, जैसा अभी गवेश ने क्वेश्चन पूछा, आई होप आप सभी ने सुना होगा। वैसे बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे इंस्टेंसेस हमारे डे टू डे लाइफ में होते हैं जो हम शायद रियलाइज भी नहीं करते, एंड वही छोटे छोटे इवेंट्स हमारी हैबिट्स फॉर्म करते हैं। जैसे अभी गवेश ने बताया, एंड उससे हमें पता चला कि गवेश हैज अ हैबिट दैट ही लूजेस पेशेंस इन ग्रुप, और इफ someone doesn't listens to him, he tends to lose his patience. Now ऐसे ही आपको भी आइडेंटिफाई करना है। आई एम नॉट टेकिंग एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ गवेश, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग कि उसके पास वो करेज था कि उसने वो आइडेंटिफाई किया, ही एक्नॉलेज दैट थिंग अबाउट हिमसेल्फ। नाउ ही विल सर्टेनली बी एबल टू इम्प्रूव बिकॉज उसने एक्नॉलेज कर लिया अब अपना एरिया ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट। सिमिलरली आप लोगों को भी अपने आप को डे टू डे लाइफ में ऑब्जर्व करना है, and you need to identify those areas जहाँ पे आपको लगता है that yes this is going good or this is not going good. जो भी होगा which is going good we will work out on those things, और जहाँ भी आपको लगेगा this is not going good we will be working to improve that, and that's how we will be better in ourselves, and that will help us in SSB also. I hope everybody is clear with this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
maybe anyone?
Sir.
Yes. So आज के लिए let's consider it as a homework, but आज के लिए जो टास्क आप लोगों को करना है, the first thing you need to do, identify or write down 2 strength, 2 weaknesses, and जो भी आपकी 2 weaknesses हैं, what are you doing to improve? This is the first task. Again, it will not take much time. आपको सोचना बहुत होगा इस बारे में, लिखने में वक्त ज़्यादा नहीं लगेगा. Secondly, start writing your daily routine from tomorrow. दैट मीन्स कि जनरली आप क्या करना है, इसीलिए हम लोगों ने क्लासेस इवनिंग में रखी हैं, सो दैट हर कोई लगभग इस वक्त तक फ्री हो जाता है। क्लास में आने के 10 मिनट पहले आप क्या करो, write your daily routine that I wake up at 5 a.m. then I got ready, I जैसे आप लोग अगर लिखेंगे we went for PT, whatever is there, right from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, daily आज से अपना रूटीन लिखना स्टार्ट करिए। टेक अ कॉपी, स्टार्ट राइटिंग योर डेली रूटीन, राइट द डेट इन द टॉप। उससे क्या होगा, आपकी डेली रूटीन से ही हम वो एक्टिविटीज आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे जो हम PIQ में मेंशन कर पाए। उन एक्टिविटीज़ के बिहाफ पे ही हम आपकी स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेस को आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे। उन एक्टिविटीज़ के बिहाफ पे ही हम आपकी हेल्प करेंगे एक अच्छी TAT स्टोरी लिखने में, अच्छा WAT एंड SRT रिस्पॉन्स लिखने में। बिकॉज SSB इज़ अ टेस्ट ऑफ योर सेल्फ, ऑफ यू, नॉट अदर्स। तो आप कहीं से कॉपी किया हुआ स्टोरी लिखोगे, कहीं से कॉपी पेस्ट किया हुआ SRT लिखोगे, डेफिनेटली यू विल बी आउट। तो वी वॉन्ट टू टेक दैट क्वालिटी फ्रॉम योर सेल्फ ओनली। तो कल से आप अपना डेली रूटीन, दिस इज द एक्टिविटी नंबर 2 एंड फर्स्ट इज योर स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर फॉर एवरीवन।
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now Akshara, since SSB, like for you SSB is not upcoming, okay,
Yes,
it's
sir.
1 year and after, but I would request you also, since you have joined the course, that will help you as well, certainly, in one way or the other, in whichever career prospect you go ahead in future.
Yes, sir.
So if you also can find some time and do these activities, that will certainly help you as well, right?
Sure. So one thing I want to ask,
Hmm.
so like, can we have a session from 8:30 onwards? Like,
8:30. Okay. If
everyone is
yeah, I was
okay.
about to ask that ideally we are planning to keep the classes from 9 to 10:30, but you all tell me 8:30 to 10 works for you, or 9 to 10:30 works for you, or 8 to 9:30 works for you. So we will put a poll in the group after the session, and आप लोग जो भी maximum हमारी majority होगी, we will keep the classes in that time. I hope
Sure.
Akshara that's fine.
Yes, sir. Sure.
ओके एंड अगेन ये जो क्लासेस हैं, ये टेस्ट है आपकी कंसिस्टेंसी का भी, कि हाउ कंसिस्टेंट यू आर इन जॉइनिंग द क्लासेस। ओके, तो ट्राई टू बी कंसिस्टेंट विद द क्लासेस, दैट्स वाई वी कीप इट फॉर 21 डेज, बिकॉज किसी भी हैबिट को डेवलप करने में 21 डेज लगते हैं। अगर आपने किसी एक चीज़ को 21 डे तक डेली कर लिया, इट विल बिकम योर हैबिट, एंड दैट्स वॉट वी वुड लाइक टू डू विद यू। बट जस्ट इन केस बिकॉज ऑफ एनी इमरजेंसी, अगर आप नहीं ज्वाइन कर पाते हैं, दैट इज स्टिल अगेन रिकॉर्डेड, तो आप रिकॉर्डिंग देख पाएंगे। हाँ, एक ही चैलेंज ये हो सकता है कि आप क्वेश्चंस उस क्लास का नहीं पूछ सकते, बट यू कैन आस्क द क्वेश्चन इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। सो या, आई होप you enjoyed the session. Any feedback, anything you would like to mention, please go ahead and speak. How was the session today? I would love to know from all of you, so that we can improve accordingly. Yeah, so please give feedback.
It was good, sir.
So session was, because you went from the basics. So बढ़िया था sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyone else would like to share?
Great, sir.
Was a good, sir.
Good. Okay, thank you so much. Anything which we should improve, you can certainly tell us, because जब आप लोग फीडबैक दोगे, then only we will be able to improve, right? Also, एक एक्सपेक्टेशन मैं आज क्लियर कर देता हूँ कि इस क्लास में कुछ भी जादू नहीं होने वाला, so there is no magic going to happen. We will be discussing some of the most basic things here in classes. Our responsibility is to make you people realize that you have those qualities in you, and we will help you out in identifying those qualities, right? So don't expect any magic, because life is not a magic. uh, just do what the basics should be done, and that's what we will all be doing. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Vipin. Thank you for your feedback. Anyone else would like to share anything? And I will pass on to Apurva ma'am. Apurva ma'am, if you have anything to share, yeah, please.
Yes, I would like to add 2 points. Just two mindset advices. I would like to end every session with mindset advice because this is something which I've been working on from past many years, and all the experiments which I've done on myself. And then once I succeeded with those experiments, I started experimenting with others, and I've seen people a change of their mindset. So first is the point which we discussed कि officer बनने नहीं जाना है, officer बन के जाना है. Why is that? Because it's not the SSB board or any other board or any other interviewing panel which will tell you your self-worth. So after every SSB they tell a story that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam also got recommended. Maybe Rahul Dravid also got recommended. Eventually, none of them joined the Indian Armed Forces, but it was the OLQs which eventually made them succeed in their respective fields, whether it was the space program or whether it was cricket. So, this is the benefit of becoming like an officer. It's not just restricted to the armed forces, it is restricted to whatever you wish to do in your life. Whether you, after this, whether you are continuing with your services, in the armed forces, whether you are working a job, whether you are, doing a startup of your own, whether you are an engineer, doctor, anything, it will help you. So this personality which you will form, it is not just restricted to the SSB. तो ऑफिसर तो हमको बनना ही है, उसको एसएसबी में हम इम्प्लीमेंट करें और वहां से हमें सक्सेस मिल जाए, गुड टू गुड इनफ. अगर नहीं भी मिले तो हम जो भी लाइफ में करेंगे, we'll do it in the best of our capacity. So that is why this initiative which we have taken to become like an officer, and it will help you in any field. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is the biggest example of that. Second is, the point which we discussed, desperation. So, one advice which I would like to give to all the candidates, that when you are going for SSB, all the facts, regarding yourself, that whether it is your first attempt, last attempt, 13 attempt हो गए, 12 attempt हो गए, this will eventually become just a number. आप इसको सिर्फ एक नंबर कंसीडर करो, आपका पहला अटेम्प्ट है, लास्ट अटेम्प्ट है, इट इज जस्ट अ फैक्ट. जब आप नेक्स्ट एसएसबी में जा रहे हो, आप पुराना कोई भी बैगेज लेके नहीं जाओगे. इस अटेम्प्ट में ऐसा हो गया था, मैंने ये चीज गड़बड़ कर दी थी. दैट इज नॉट दैट अटेम्प्ट. नाउ यू हैव गॉट अ फ्रेश चांस. आप फ्रेश माइंडसेट के साथ जाओ, एंड यू विल गो एज अ बेटर वर्जन ऑफ योर सेल्फ. सो पिछली बातें उसी वक्त खारिज हो जाएंगी, तो वो बैगेज आप लेके नहीं जाओ. एवरी 6 months और एवरी 1 year you become a new person. The way you were at 15 or 16 years, or the way you were even last year, you are not the same person anymore. So it is a constant journey of improvement. So these are my two mindset advices. Previous attempts are just baggage. वहां से आपको जो अच्छा सीखना था आप सीख लो, जो गड़बड़ी थी उसको improve कर दो. Now you are a changed person. Second is that inculcate OLQs in your real life. It is not just restricted to SSB, and don't connect everything with SSB either. कि मैं ये चीजें इसलिए कर रहा हूँ जिससे मैं SSB जाके दिखा के आ पाऊँ. That is not the right approach. Guys, recommendation is a very small goal. This is one of my taglines. Recommendation एक बहुत छोटा गोल है. लाइफ में हमको बहुत कुछ करना है. रेकमेंड हो गए तो उसके बाद आप क्या करोगे? आर्मी में जाकर आप क्या करोगे? हाउ यू विल यूज दैट रिकमेंडेशन टू create a major impact in the organization. So that should be your goal. Just becoming lieutenant or captain, that is not good enough. उसके बाद कई सारे लोगों को बर्न आउट हो जाता है, एंड दे स्टार्ट क्राइंग अबाउट ड्यूटीज. यू मस्ट हैव सीन सच ऑफिसर्स. आई हैव सीन सच ऑफिसर्स हु आर ऑलवेज क्राइंग अबाउट देयर ड्यूटी. सो रेकमेंड तो वो लोग भी हुए हैं, but what impact they are creating in the force? Just doing their jobs ideally, and not creating an impact. So these are two mindset advices, that the goal is beyond recommendation, and second is desperation leads to poor performance. So don't attach your self-worth with SSB. You are much more, that's it from my side.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that is actually important. And since we are discussing about Army, Navy, or Air Force giving SSBs, the goal should be very clear. So for all of you, this is a question. I am asking on day one. I will be asking this question number of times on every day, and I will be asking the same question on day 21. You can write down the question and start thinking about it. As I say, if why is clear, how is easy. So the question for you is, why do you want to join Indian Army, Navy, or Air Force, whatever it is? For serving candidates, why do you want to become an officer in Indian Army? Now, this question will help you in your preparation throughout, because again, if why is clear, how is easy. If you will identify your purpose, your journey will be easy, right? So write that question. This question is the most important question of SSB. Interviewing officer will ask you that, okay, gentlemen, why do you want to join? And you should be having a logical, practical, and observational answer, a reasonable answer, not like that, okay, sir, I want to join para, I want to do operations in the valley, but I see that you are not you're not fit, how will you do? So, you should be very, very reasonable with your answer. Please write down the question, everyone. I will be asking the answers in the upcoming sessions. Yeah. So today, that's all from our side. Again, if there are any questions, please let us know, or else we can, end today's session.